Hello, 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 beautiful people. We are hours away from Black Clover Mobile actually being released. We have been pushed back. We have been pushed back again. And then we got pushed forward. And then we got pushed back one more time. And then we got pushed back or pushed forward one more time. But we are 7 hours away. And let me tell you, I'm so freaking hyped for this. I cannot wait. I have been dying to play this, and I've stayed away from JP. After the launch of it, I re-rolled a couple times. I played for the first probably 2 weeks, and then I stayed away. I wanted to play fresh and bring a true free-to-play experience on global for everyone and my viewers. And it was before I actually started this channel. So this game was actually what motivated me to finally say, you know what? I'd love to start making content on something that I freaking enjoy doing. But I'm going to give you my insight on everything that I've looked into from playing the first couple of weeks of JP and ton of other information that I've gotten through like Pridewin and other content creators and stuff like that that resonated with me with the launch of Global, what I want to do and how I want to progress on my account on free to play. And also, if I were to have a secondary account where I spend some money, maybe like a dolphin, maybe not even that, just like $50 once just to support the game, get a free SSR off of like a pool, which characters I would go for and which ones I would be happy with on just sticking with the account. So let's go ahead and get into it and check this out. We will go ahead and make a tier list. And the tier list will cover basically who I'm going to be re-rolling for, who I am okay with skipping, and who is the best for your account. So when you look at the first week of Black Clover Mobile, it's very based on pushing as far as you can in the story to unlock the gear dungeons. The gear dungeons are the most important things for, let's say, mid to end game content to get the gear that you need to progress further into the game or further into the leaderboards of PvP. And PvP gives a ton of rewards. So unfortunately, the faster that you can get to this PvP ladder and make as much progress as you can before all of the whales jump in and just freaking clear the boards with it and makes it nearly impossible to get up into the higher ranks, it's smart to do that. I would say you get the most rewards that way. It's a return on your investment of time going into re-rolling, and it's an investment of your account going forward and saving summons for Swimsuit Noelle when she comes out. So first and foremost, we're going to be going for Lotus. And I'd like to jump over to Pridewin to just give you guys the example or explanation of why I would be choosing these characters. So Lotus is a debuffer. He has two AoE debuffs that slow the mobility of the characters on the field. If you've played games like Honkai Star Rail or Reverse 1999 or any gacha games truly that have a speed stat or mobility stat, then you know the faster you are, the more actions you get to take before the opponent. So this is basically stopping the opponent from taking actions, which is a huge bonus when it comes to having someone on your team that does that. It allows your other teammates to go more times than the other team. Very self-explanatory why you would want him on there. And he is a character that truly is one of those where his kit is good regardless, unless they come out with like another mechanic later on that kind of just stops debuffs or stops the ability to have movement slowed and stuff like that, which 100% they will. But early on, it's going to be very important to have that, especially for PvP. If everyone's rolling for him in PvP and you just don't have him on your account, then you're not going to be up to par with those teams because they're just going to be taking more actions than you every single game. So Where will I be re-rolling for him? There is, if I remember correctly, when you get about 20 to 35 minutes into the game, you'll have around 20 to 30 summons that you would 100%, in my opinion, you would want to use it on the seasonal banner. So the seasonal banner is going to be Asta, Attacker Asta, Healing Mimosa, and a blue Yami, which I do not see him on this tier list. We'll just use red Yami for now, just so he's a placeholder. This is blue Yami, just pretend. The season 1 Yami, which is, let me pull it up, this guy right here. So this is the season 1 Yami. He's an attacker. He's blue, which the first week or two, blue is so important because the dungeon that has the best gear that you're going to be farming is a red dungeon, and blue beats red. So you definitely want to have a full blue team going towards that dungeon to farm the gear. I mean, that's 100% you would want that. So summoning it on this banner, hopefully you get lucky and grab either Asta or Mimosa along with Lotus. Or you get lucky and you grab an Asta or Mimosa along with Mars. If you are able to get either of these, any of these characters right here, you get a free reroll that is 20 to 30 rerolls, and you get to keep the best one that you like. Choose the other one. That way you have both of them secured. If you get one or the other, definitely try to go for Lotus, so that way you can choose someone else on the banner. Mars is not a 100% necessity. In my eyes, he's just the perfect reroll, if you would say, for an account, if you want to keep going till you get this perfect account. But if you don't want to keep doing that, then you have other options of SR characters that will work just as well for like tanking and stuff like that earlier on. Charmy is 100% a character that you would want to get within this kind of first reroll so you can guarantee her. She's an SR, but she's a phenomenal healer early on, and she's a blue healer, so she goes with the blue team as well. She's someone that does very well early game because she has a where is it, the buff? Yeah, okay. She grants recovery and SP +1. So SP is very important. It allows you to do like the special points and everything for combined attacks and your special skills. She's definitely a character you would want to get in the first couple of rolls. But if not, there is no if not. Actually, I'm just joking. There is no if not. You definitely want to get her. As for other characters, for like future wants and everything, I know they're lower down on the tier list. One of my favorite characters in the show is Reroll. I would love to get him on a team, especially just to play around with him. I think these tier lists, a lot of the times, they can change when it comes to global, so we don't really know if everything is going to be exactly the same. I'm assuming that they've probably like data mined most of it, and we don't have a lot of big changes as for like the tier lists and everything not changing on a bunch of the sites. But if so, then, in the future, we might have different team combinations than JP has, depending on like events and stuff that we get if they don't follow all the way through suit on that. But other characters that are secondary, I would say, Mr. Vengeance here is great. He literally turns into a tree and allows them to do nothing. So a pretty interesting kit that he has. Definitely someone that I would be going for secondary after I've cleared everything. If I do end up making a secondary account and going with like a, not a pay to win, but like just a paid account, I'll probably reroll and try to get all three of these guys on one account for myself. But in my opinion, when you're first starting, the most important is going to be Lotus, Mars, Charmy, Asta, or Mimosa. And other than that, the only other person that I can think of that is a pretty interesting pickup would be this dude right here. I completely forgot his name. Let's look him up real quick. Rades. I forgot his name. But he would be the last person that I would go for. He's a tank, and he has a pretty interesting kit. Where is it at? So he is a defender. He's a green defender. He does a poison and a barrier. Yeah, barrier right here. So pretty interesting kit. Plus he has a combined attack that allows him to do taunt, which taunt is always busted in pretty much every game. It allows you to just, soak damage on your tank and allow your damage dealers to just go off. I know Mars is the best tank in the game up currently all the way through JP, but I did see that they just announced Black Asta, the half demon form of Asta, and he is a tank as well, a tank attacker. So I'm assuming that he's going to be the new tank that everyone would want to go for. But I wish everyone the absolute best of luck on their rerolls. I can't wait to dive into this. I'm going to be waking up straight at 4 a.m. my time and hopping on here and starting the rerolls as soon as possible. If anyone wants a reroll guide, like the fastest way to kind of clear the account and everything like that and get back into it, let me know as soon as the game comes up. I'm sure I'll make that anyways. I will be covering like the first, hour and a half of gameplay as well, kind of going over different techniques and, how to speed through it at a faster pace rather than not spending stamina the correct way. But thank you guys. Please hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.